Well, the FBI completed their extensive search of that lake in San Bernardino, believed to be a dumping ground for the shooters Syed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik. Investigators, though, they haven't revealed which items they've recovered. Apparently, they have recovered something, though. In the meantime, the shooter's friend, Enrique Marquez, who supplied them with the 2 assault rifles, he talked all the time about terrorism in the past, saying there's so many sleeper cells, so many people just waiting. Bo Dietl, former New York City police detective, Eric Guster, criminal defense attorney, and Steve Rogers, all back with us. Bo, this guy, apparently he worked at a spot called Morgan's Tavern. It was, one of these dive bars, and he cleaned, he did all kinds of jobs. But he talked about not having cash, trying to lose weight, wanting to join the Navy, but he also talked about these cells.
You know, he's completely cooperative. The FBI, very obviously, and I think he's a good source to learn of exactly what was going on.
But before we get there, if I go to a bar next door, and there's a guy working around, nondescript, cleaning toilets, maybe hauling ice, but every now and then he takes a break and says, man, life is tough, but I know there's all kinds of sleeper cells. I mean, we should start paying attention to that. Maybe in the past we all would have written that off.
Well, I'm going to say something right now. I know Eric's going to get jumpy on me. You know what? I'm sorry. We got to start profiling. We got to start profiling when people act like a terrorist, when people start growing that facial hair and start growing that facial hair around their chin, and because we know for one thing with
that's criminal profiling.
Hold on
that's
a second.
Racial profiling.
Well,
so that's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with what you just said.
With profiling?
With that type of profiling, there's criminal profiling and there's racial profiling.
And when people are acting in their garage at 3 o'clock in the morning, you see Middle East-looking guys walking in and out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Now you can't. Hold on. Now you can't just say Middle Eastern guys. Now that's inappropriate.
Well, why?
That is racially profiling.
But why is it
Middle Eastern?
Well, what do you think they look like? They grow the facial hair, and
I mean,
you know for yourself, the ISIS guys cannot shave the beard. If they start,
that type of profiling is inappropriate. But if you see something wrong, you do need to report it.
Well, why can't I knock on their garage door and say, excuse me, this is Detective Bo. What are you doing in there, baby?
Well,
what's wrong with that?
People do need to make sure that we call authorities if we see something weird. But as far as racial profiling, that's inappropriate.
That's not racial.
Yes, it is. You mentioned them being Muslims, so that is racial profiling. That threw in the racial.
Well, hold on one second, Eric.